no, unfortunately you won't be able to fly it around. We also need to have, as the venue, we have to like do a whole risk assessment and everything, which does take a very long time, so it wouldn't be just, it would be a big process. Unfortunately you won't be able to do that today. It's just if you're flying the drone around our venue, again it needs to be a risk assessment and everything, you won't be able to fly it around our venue.
You can't video our venue.
Can't video it? Oh, that's different then.
You can't produce it on, you can't publicise it on social media.
Oh, hello there.
We're looking to fly a drone.
So welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are here in Waltham, is it Waltham Cross? Let's just check. Yeah, Waltham Cross, an EN9 postcode, right next to an industrial estate, and we've come to take a look at Lee Valley Whitewater Centre. We've got a little break in the rain, so we've stopped off and we've come to film something different this time. It looks fantastic on Google Maps. So we have the reception all the way up there, so let's go and tell reception what we're up to, agree a takeoff point, and see what this place looks like. Not yet, not yet. There are people in the water. Swimming to the steps, and there are people in the canoes doing the white water rafting. You don't see this every day, do you? I think I need the weather to be a little bit better. Fire and rescue. We've got some of them that are just floating around. Oh wow. Would you do that? The temperature is about 5 degrees. Let's get the zoom camera out for a moment. We're going to have to dry off the zoom camera. What do you think to that? I suppose it's good practice for the fire service. But I don't fancy it myself. And they've got one raft trying to get it out of his ears. But on their helmets it does say fire and rescue. So that's what's happening in this little area. We have got much more. So let's continue, make our way to reception. No swimming. No swimming. Oh, the water is very clean though, isn't it? Look at that. Very, very clean. Canoe and slalom and kayak across High Performance Centre. So here's the reception. Let's just notify them of our intentions. Yeah, hi. I just wanted to make a YouTube video about this site,
Right.
but I don't mind standing off-site and doing it. I've got a little drone.
Right, are you planning on using the drone inside the venue? Because you do need to have a license for that. I can grab our duty manager just to have a chat with you. And I believe that you do need to have a license to be able to fly the drone around our venue.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to fly it around because you do generally need to.
Is she coming?
It will be the same process, unfortunately. So to fly a drone, you need a license to be able to do it.
The license that I think I need is that. That gives me authority to fly in the areas that isn't restricted.
I can just double check.
Have you had people do it here before then?
No, it's not allowed.
Sorry?
They're normally not allowed, so we have to get approval from Lee Valley.
We also need to have, as the venue, we have to do a whole risk assessment and everything, which does take a very long time. So it would be a big process. Unfortunately, you won't be able to do that today.
Yeah, no problem. I've got no problem of doing it from off-site, you see. So if I'm on the road and I take the drone up, I'll still be able to see the same.
I think it's just if you're flying the drone around our venue, again, it needs to be a risk assessment and everything. You won't be able to fly it around our venue. As long if you're flying it outside our venue, obviously that's public and everything, and it's completely down to you. But just our venue, you won't be able to do it, unfortunately.
I think what you're trying to say is, as long as I don't take off from your venue, so say like if I take off, I don't know, at the local.
The drone is not flying around our whole venue.
Oh, it can come over, 'cause that's the airspace, isn't it? That's just like a plane flying over, hot air balloon, helicopter. What's important is the takeoff position. I think as long as I'm off your site.
As long as you're not taking off around our venue or near our venue, that is fine.
Yeah. So I'll take off, in case somebody reports me outside. I'm just trying to avoid any confrontation while I'm flying.
I completely
so
understand.
I'll be out there off your site. The drone will go up. It will come over, but just like an aircraft. It won't come low. It will be above roof height. But aircraft are allowed to use the airspace, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So I'm just being open and honest.
So
as long as I don't.
We just have to just double check, obviously.
Yeah.
Just to, so obviously, from what our duty managers are saying.
Surely they mean on site though. So like if I'm doing activities on your site, like launching and stuff.
Yeah.
Then they've got a say, haven't they?
The drone, obviously, because it's public and everything as well on our side. They've got to put out a whole risk assessment. And everything's just been obviously what we've been told as well about licences as well. It's just a very long process and procedure that they have to follow as well.
I don't think.
My colleague is just double checking.
Yeah. I don't think any of the risk assessments would be required if somebody's launching off-site, because it could be from the local airfield, you know.
Which I do completely understand.
Yeah.
Obviously, what we've been.
Of course.
Informed of, so we just have to just follow.
No problem.
Process, sorry.
No problem. I see the fire and rescue service are in the.
They're training.
White rafter, right? What do you call it? White water.
Yes, so they do training on our small legacy course.
Small legacy.
Yeah.
So have you got a bigger one of those?
Yeah, so our main Olympic course.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Is anybody on that today?
We've got a bit of training on.
Have you?
Paddle UK, but apart from that, we don't really have anything going on until April, where all of our activities fully start.
What would you say the temperature is at the minute? About 5?
The temperature is about 9 degrees.
9?
Yeah, just where we've had a bit of sunshine, it does warm the water up a little bit. I think like last week was about 4 degrees, so it has warmed up quite a bit.
Yeah. I was surprised to see them in there like that. It's very clean as well, the water, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's chlorinated.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What, in every section, chlorinated?
Yeah, so we have chlorinated.
somebody else coming over to
That's
have a
brilliant.
chat with you. I don't think you can because you can't. She's saying.
See, what would have
She's
happened?
coming over.
What normally
Because
happens?
you can't video a venue.
Can't video it? Oh, that's different
You can't
then.
produce it on, you can't publicise it on social media.
Oh, that's a different to what you were saying then. That's what, like the copyright sort of thing. Right. Okay.
She's going to come over and have a chat with you.
Yeah. We was just saying how the water's chlorinated. That's amazing. That must cost a fortune for all this water.
Well, the water gets pumped in and out, so obviously when the water is running for like the activity and stuff, it does run quite a lot.
Recycled.
Yeah.
But it's constantly dropping that chlorine level, isn't it? So it needs topping up. I've got a little something at home that I have to put chlorine in, and it costs a fortune for my little bit. How much is it? How much is it to do the white water rafting?
£70, and that's for 2 hours session, but you're actually doing the activity for an hour, but you go around about 5 or 6 times doing the activity.
With an instructor sort of thing?
And there's up to 9 people in the raft.
No experience needed? Wow. And that's bookable online, is it?
As long as you're over 12 and under 18 stone, then you can do it.
Under 18 stone.
Yeah.
It's just interesting places that I go to whilst I'm in the area, and I just try and get some views, because everybody that watches the video we get a little bit of money from, you know. But if there's going to be an issue, I'll talk to the boss. I don't see it any different to what Google Maps have already seen. Just that sort of image.
No.
You know, when you ever seen Google Maps? Yeah, that's all I'm doing really. Oh, hello there.
We're looking to fly a drone.
What it is, I normally get spoken to whilst I'm flying. So I just thought on this one, I'll come in and have a quick look at the white water rafting bit, because it's quite fascinating what they're up to. And then just speak to you to let you know, to avoid that whilst I'm flying. But like I said to your colleague, I'll fly off-site, so I'll launch from the road.
Okay.
And then just use the drone to fly over.
Okay, because anything launched from site, we would require certain documentation.
Yeah.
Just for insurance purposes, so we'd need things like a drone license, risk assessments, public liability, just to cover ourselves.
Yeah.
So obviously, if it's taken off outside site, obviously we can't stop you. But thank you for sort of making us aware of what it is.
Yeah.
If we could ask you just to avoid getting too close to the courses.
Of course.
Just for the things like slalom lines, and then obviously there's the potential for any accidents and falling in, and they can damage the pump. So anything like that, we would just ask you to give them a wide berth.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely above roof height on the buildings, so I don't crash into them, and I don't want to distract anybody doing their activities. So, and I'll probably be 10-15 minutes and I'll be gone. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, girls.
Thank you.
Cheers. Brilliant. Cross wires there, but the manager is very clued up. It all depends where you launch. So let's put the drone away and find a suitable launching position. They've got an on-site car park as well, look. It is chargeable. I don't know how much the car park is, but it looks like a brilliant day out. When the weather gets better, I might even come here myself. So that was quite interesting, wasn't it? 2 points of view there. One mentioning like the copyright of the image of the site. One saying even if you take off site, you still can't fly over. But I think she sort of changed her mind towards the end. But from out here, definitely on the public highway, let's get David up and see what this place looks like from above. So as always, we've checked on drone assist and there are no flight restrictions in the area at all. We have a litter picker over there. I don't expect he will get himself involved. And for anybody that's new watching, we are flying a DJI Mini 4 Pro, which is 249 grams, and there are no minimum distances to people or property with a 249 gram drone. That's why we can fly over a place like this with this weight of drone. For the ladies' benefit inside who may not understand how it is lawful. A heavier drone, heavier than 249, would need to keep 150 meters away from those buildings and 50 meters away from the people. So, Lee Valley Whitewater Centre. Let's have a look at you then, shall we? So as agreed, we're outside. We're up at 50 meters, and this is the main entrance, where the vehicles bear left, then bear right, and go all the way around there until you reach the car park at the back, which, as we mentioned, is pay and display. And on site there's a lot of chlorinated water. Chlorinated, wow. And this is the small white water rafting course that they have. We won't come any lower than 40 meters there, and there they still are on their backs floating around. And if they're quick, they may make the steps. They have to swim for the steps, look. And if they're not quick, they drift off down there and have to turn the corner and come up them steps at the bottom, like we saw that one gentleman do. What did she say, 8 degrees? I think she said 8 degrees. But where is the water coming from? Oh, there's a car there, look. How unusual is that? Have a vehicle in the water like that. But it looks like the water is being pushed from there. You can see how clean it is. And they've even got some sort of belt that will feed a rubber ring of some sort, I presume. So to the left we have a much bigger version, look. And do we have anybody on this course at the moment? Not around there. What about at the back? No, I can't see anybody at all, but it looks good fun. And this is where you start. Is that deep enough? Surely that's not deep enough to launch your kayak. Ride the waves. And that is the back of the building that we did go into. It looks like they've got a large outdoor seating area. I would expect a restaurant to be in there as well. What's this little pontoon? Is that to launch your kayak from? I presume so. So the fenced off area, what's that? Oh, it's got more entrance, another entrance down there, more public access. A canal next door. There's the Waltham cross. And a flooded car park down there, look, which is currently closed. Nearby businesses on the industrial estate, a nice big pallet company there, and a few more units down there. And then we are back with the fire service. So are now with another vehicle. So they've got a vehicle down there. I presume this vehicle is always here. Let's have another look before we get the drone back. We won't get too low. What is that? Toyota. Not sure what that is. And one last look at our lads. They must be absolutely freezing. Trained up for when they are required. Fantastic. So let's get the whole site in one shot.
Max altitude reached.
There it is, the whole site in one shot. Let's do a 360-degree photo for Google Maps. Hide a keyring and move on. The location of the djaudits keyring on this video is behind the sign, under a couple of stones. So if you are one of the first people to watch the video and you do want a keyring, good luck with that. And that does conclude the video from Lee Valley White Water Centre, water sports, beach and cafe. We got a little bit of information there, didn't we, from the lady at the desk. And if you do want more information, there you go, gowhitewater.co.uk. Whether you're seeking white water thrills or fun lake activities, discover experiences like rafting, hydro speeding, hot dog kayaking and much more. And look how much fun she's having. And there's also a QR code. If you like QR codes, look, point your phone, your camera at that. And there's also an email and a phone number. So that's it, so let's move on. If you have enjoyed that video, do give it a thumbs up for me. There's definitely 2 more people educated on that front desk about drones, and they now know if anybody makes that same inquiry, they just say, as long as you're launching off-site, you can fly over. Ladies, only if it's a 249-gram drone. And they should have the operator ID on display. They should keep line of sight. And if they're making money from it, they should have public liability insurance. But really, that's down to them. That's down to the police and the pilot. All you're concerned with is getting them off site. And then they're nothing to do with you. Right, let's move on. If you have enjoyed that video, do give it a thumbs up for me. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye for now.